going to build our floating shelves. I've already cut 45s on all my pieces. I'm using 1/2 inch maple plywood. I'm using the scrap 2x4s as support. I also have some hardware that's going to go through the back and hold it to the wall. So there'll be floating shelves without seeing any hardware. But I'm building a box around the 2x4s. As you can see now, I'm just going to tack these 2x4s in place. Going to be the box. You miter all the corners. That way when you sand it down, it looks like one piece of wood. This is also going to be paint grade. That's why I'm face nailing everything. So it doesn't really matter. I'll just fill those. And this will be the back. Again, I'll drill holes through these to put the hardware. This is going into a corner, so I'm not going to be doing this side. I'm actually going to end up mitering this whole box where it meets up with another shelf and it looks seamless. We're going to miter the box so it meets up with the next one. I've already mitered the smaller one. It's going to go against the wall like this and meet up with this one, so to make a good joint. So go ahead and draw what I'm going to cut. And we'll go cut it. Those two are gonna meet up pretty good. I've got the two of my floating shelf brackets up already. I'll move this level. So what I'm gonna do is to make them all level, because I'm putting the shelf here and the small shelf's going here, but I cut a 45 where they're gonna meet. I'm gonna run this level to make them even, just like that. Grab a bracket. I grabbed like 16 of these brackets off Amazon. These are 8-inch and my shelf is 10 inches. It was more than enough to hold. These are solid steel. The only thing about these brackets is some of them have a twist or bend to them. So I'm just trying to make sure they're as straight as possible, because sliding that wood shelf over it is a pain. And I would say if you ever build the shelves, what I would do is go ahead and attach your wood, your like 2x4s or whatever, to the pins, and then build your box, and then just slide your box over the 2x4s or whatever wood you use attached to these brackets. And that would make it a lot easier. Because for me, I'm gonna have to cut holes pretty much perfect in my 2x4s that are attached to my shelf to slide on. I'm putting the small ones in first, so this big one with the 45 cut in it is going to be a little more tricky to get in. But we'll go ahead and mark these and drill them in. If I'm not able to slide the long one in, what I'm going to have to do is cut the 2x4s out of it. And then, like I said before, slide the 2x4s on and then slide my shelf on. That'd make it a lot easier. But if you remember how I built those shelves, I put a bunch of nails in those 2x4s, and trying to cut them out is, it's not going to be fun, especially since I've already stained the shelves and I don't want to ruin the stain. Alright, grab 3 more. I mean, you could, once you get it in the stud, bend it with your hand. But like I said, if you buy like 16 of them and only need, what, 8? You just get the straightest ones. These two. So this one that I put in initially is bent, as you can see. So it's going to throw my level off a hair. So I'm going to try to bend it straight. Alright, so one thing I did, put these up, which now I'm gonna have to take down so I can put these in. For these, I drilled holes in the backs, both ends, where they slide right in there. So the thing about this one is I do have a gap here, which I'm gonna have to work with. But I got those up, so now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get the long ones up. So we lucked out. Luckily I used smaller brad nails, and I was able to get a pry bar in there and pry out every 2x4 without any damage to the box.